Good afternoon, everybody. So we are here for a webinar, The Art of Marketing Your Construction Business, presented by myself, Palm Bangle. I'm the MD of My Build Estimate. We're a construction estimating business that works for a variety of clients: builders, contractors, subcontractors, trades people, homeowners, architects, developers, you name it. If you're looking for a construction estimate, we do it. One of the things that I often get approached about is marketing a construction business. People struggle to find leads, and when they do find leads, they struggle to convert leads. Now, the important thing for me was to help people with that. I'm a construction business coach and mentor, so I'll help various clients with various parts of their businesses in the property and construction world. I own multiple construction brands myself, and I'm here to present to you how to market your construction business. Now, where are you right now? You might be struggling to stand out in the market. You might find yourself having inconsistent branding and messaging, not attracting the right clients. You've got limited online presence, and you're underutilizing the marketing channels that are actually available to you in the market today, which is a huge variety. And you might be finding yourself in all of them or one of them situations or multiple situations. Now imagine that you're a recognized brand in construction industry, you're consistent and strong online presence, you're attracting high quality new leads, you're engaging efficiently with your target audience, and you're seeing an increase in client satisfaction and loyalty. Now, this is the whole point behind good marketing and branding. This is what we can help you with and what we're going to be going through in our webinar today. So if you're in a position where you were and previously where you didn't have the right marketing strategies, the right lead strategies, I'm sure you would agree that you'll need a new strategy, or you're looking for a new strategy. The biggest question I get asked a lot is, how do I get there fast? And it's really important we look at this. How do you get from a business that hasn't quite got your strategy right, and you get to a position where you can have your strategy right, a strategy that works for you, a strategy where your funnels are working and the clients are coming in, but how do you get there as fast as possible? So you become a highly trained business owner who masters digital marketing, builds a strong brand presence, and generates consistent leads. Now, these three things are key: your digital marketing, your brand presence, and them two will help you generate them consistent leads coming into your business from whatever marketing channels you might decide to use, or if you decide to use all of them. Here's what we're going to be looking at today. It's brand development and positioning, digital marketing strategies, content marketing and lead generation, client relationship management. I see so many people not doing this right, but CRMs and client relationship management, hugely important. And networking and partnerships, again, hugely important. So they're the 5 things that we're going to be delving deep into today to help you to understand how all these pieces work and how you put them together to run a successful construction or property business that you might have, or build a successful construction or property business. So why look at your marketing strategy? Well, look, marketing your business is key to the success of it. Whether you're marketing it to existing clients or you're marketing it to new clients, you're trying to generate new leads, putting yourself out there and getting yourself in front of customers and clients, potential customers, potential clients, referrals, new leads, whatever it might be, it's hugely important to everyone's business. So why now more than ever before? Well, we live in a digital landscape. Everyone is online, pretty much everyone's online. Everyone's looking at your business or what you're doing from multiple different lenses, and people are online doing a lot of research. So now more than ever, you need to be doing this stuff. The market is changing. We go into 2024. We've seen a huge amount of changes with IA. Looking at artificial intelligence, AI, ChatGPT, the way people use social media, the way people are using Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever the platform might be, people are on it and people are looking at it and people are looking at your brand presence. So the market is changing. It's not just a case of people buying into your construction company because you say you're brilliant. They're looking from multiple different angles at your business. So you have to look good in all areas. That being said, there's a huge opportunity in the marketplace right now for business owners that are not doing it. The amount of businesses I see in the property and construction sector that are not nailing this and not nailing their marketing, which means they're dropping leads. They're struggling to find them leads. They're struggling to convert themselves from estimates, and they're in a position where they don't really understand why it's happening. And that means that if you do get this right, you will find yourself taking your product or your service to market and being able to find huge opportunities if you get this right. What we're looking at is helping you become a business owner that leverages efficient marketing strategies, converts leads into loyal clients. Bringing leads into the business is one thing. Converting them into clients is a completely different area of business. Standing out in a competitive market. Again, there's lots of builders, there's lots of contractors, there's a lot of construction property businesses out there. How do you make yourself stand out in the market? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking at how, as a business owner, you can achieve these things. I'm just going to share a testimonial with you from a client of mine that I've worked with for many, many, many years. Paul Bone, Kingsley Roofers. I'm not going to read what he said there, but one of the key points is Palm breaks down complex stuff into simple, actionable steps. Now, that's what we're looking to try and help you with. It's very easy to be in a position where you look at all this information and actually it becomes overwhelming. You don't know, do I want to be on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn? And how do I find the time to do all this? How do I find the time to market my business correctly and do what I need to do? And that's what it's all about. It's about breaking it down into simple, actionable steps that you can take to help you drive your business forward. So who am I? My name is Palm Bangle. I'm the managing director for My Build Estimate. I'm a construction and business expert. I'm an entrepreneur. I have multiple businesses. I'm a husband. I'm a blessed father of two. We run multiple businesses in the construction consultancy world. My Build Estimate recruits almost 30 people doing construction estimates. I'm a speaker. I go and speak at various events, and generally just trying to help people with business and especially in the construction and property sector. It hasn't always been like this for me. I started my business over just coming up to 15 years ago. And when we started our business, we didn't necessarily understand all this either. The important thing is, over the last decade and a half, I've spent a lot of my time figuring out how you make these things work. How do you get the marketing strategies to work? What marketing strategies do you need to put into place? A lot of people look into our business now and say, well, how do you have the time to do all this marketing? And the important thing is, it's about having a strategy. And it's not always been like that for me. When we first started the business, we didn't have the leads coming in. We didn't have all of our social media set up. We didn't have our email funnels working in the way we needed them to work. And that ultimately created a business that wasn't as successful as it could be. We are still in a position where we're growing, we're recruiting, and we're making our strategies better. And that's what's really important to us as a brand. We're not perfect, but we're always working on it. We're working on getting better, being more consistent with our marketing and our lead generation. The question is, have you ever been in a position where you thought you had it right, but in fact you had it so wrong? I see this so much in the construction industry. People are going about their business, they're really busy, and they forget that whatever you're working on currently is likely and will come to an end. You might be working on a project, it might be a large project. At somewhere down the line, 6, 9, 12, 18 months, that project is going to end. What are you going to be doing at that time? This is a mistake we see multiple people making all the time. They get so caught up in being busy in what they're doing right now, they forget about what the future actually needs to look like and what leads you need to be bringing in right now to service your business in 6, 9, 12, 18 months. And that is the mistakes that we're seeing being made day in, day out in the construction industry. There's nothing special about myself, but there is something very special about the system I created, which is used by thousands of clients to get to where they want to be and see the success that they're getting. So we're seeing success in our own marketing strategies. We're seeing the success in our clients' marketing strategies. But that's not anything to do with me or my clients. That's to do with the system that they're working to and the way they're generating them leads and the way they're going through their sales processes. That being a different topic. Sales, marketing and leads is one thing. Sales is an entirely different thing. And we're doing a separate webinar on that. So My Build Estimate, who are My Build Estimate? We're the UK's leading estimators with a multi-award winning team of estimators. We provide bespoke estimates and tailored estimates to our clients' needs. We offer various turnaround times, 24, 48 hour, 72 hour, 7 day, 10 day. We try and work with clients as best as we can to meet the deadlines. And we help you to win valuable leads that convert into sales. It's our job to help you produce estimates that are winning estimates that you then turn into projects and hopefully make a profit from them. Now we look at biggest marketing mistakes. These are the 5 biggest marketing mistakes that I generally see clients making. They neglect brand consistency. They ignore the target market needs. They underutilize the digital channels. They fail to follow up on leads, and they're competing solely on price. Now, if you look at these in more detail, brand consistency is everything. And when we talk about brand consistency, we're talking about your brand across the board. How does your website look? What are your business cards like? What do your flyers look like? What do your digital packs look like? How does your social media look on all platforms? What's your signature look like? They all have to be consistent. They all have to look the same. People like brand consistency, and so many people don't do it. Simple things that need to be done. They ignore the target market needs. And this is when we get into looking at ideal clients. Who is your ideal client and what is it that they need? And then you have to understand, once you know what they need, you have to figure out where they are, how you find them, what they're looking for, and how to market to them. Hugely important thing that I see people ignoring day in, day out. Underutilizing digital channels. There is so many digital channels now. And we, a few being TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Who is your target market and which one of them is your client sitting in? If you know who your target market is and you know where them people are sitting, that's where you need to be. You need to be on all the channels, but you need to be spending your time and effort on the channels that are bringing you in the most return. And that means testing across the board, putting stuff out there, seeing how people engage with it, seeing how people like using them channels and how they're connecting with you on them channels. There's simple things you can do to get across digital channels, and I'll talk to you about that later on in the webinar. Failing to follow up leads. Now, if you're going to go to the effort of putting yourself out there and being on all the digital channels, it's highly important that you follow up them leads within a reasonable time. It is not good to spend money, time, effort, bringing leads in, and then actually not responding to them within what we deem to be a reasonable time. I would deem 24 hours to be a reasonable amount of time to follow up a lead in. I see people not following up leads at all. There's so many ways of automating that process now. You have to do it. Following up leads is essential. And then the last thing, and I hear this a lot, we didn't win the project because we were too expensive. Well, probably 60-70% of our clients are not the cheapest. They're not looking to be the cheapest. They're looking to be the best. But they're competing on more than just price. They're competing on consistency of the brand, delivery of the project, which they're highlighting to their clients across the board. They're highlighting it to their clients by showing them, we've done this, we do this, we look at challenges like this, and we ensure that you can rely on us to do what you need. We're not the cheapest, but we will do what we say. So they're not competing solely on price, and that is the most important thing. It's essential to avoid these mistakes. And it's essential to avoid all of these mistakes, not just one or two of the mistakes. You've got to look at all 5 mistakes and think, I do not want to be in a position where I'm making any of these mistakes. So the key there is utilizing the fact that how do we avoid the mistakes and putting the systems and processes in place to ensure that you're not making them mistakes. How to have a good marketing strategy. So this is on the flip side of the things to avoid. So consistent branding and messaging. When I talk about consistent branding and messaging, I'm talking about branding and messaging across the board. How you make that branding and messaging look across all your channels, your emails, your soft marketing, your guerrilla marketing, whatever it might be, having that consistency across the board. Effective use of digital channels. So using all the channels in the way they need to be used. So, you wouldn't use LinkedIn in the same way as you use Facebook. You wouldn't use Instagram in the same way as you use TikTok. So it's about understanding each one of the channels, and it's about understanding how you effectively put what you're trying to do out to them people on the channels in the way the people on the channel are looking to receive it. If I just give you an example of TikTok, the way people interact with TikTok is swiping through various videos. Well, what you find is often long form content doesn't work as well on TikTok. Whereas on somewhere like LinkedIn, short form content doesn't maybe work as well as longer form content. So it's about knowing the channel and knowing what you need to do to ensure that the people on the channel are receiving the content that you're putting out in the way they need to receive it. Engaging in content creation. So when you talk about engagement, you have to make sure that the content creation is with the right engagement. You're getting the right engagement with the people that are in your audience. If you're looking at a building business, you need to ensure you're putting out the right information. Your videos need to be about projects, how beautiful your projects are, some of the challenges you faced and how you sorted them out. That's how you create content to engage your target audience. You have to target your marketing efforts to the people that are looking for the marketing that you're doing. So it has to be targeted to your client base. And that's the piece, knowing your client base. Knowing your client base and knowing your ideal client is hugely, hugely, hugely important. And you can't target the right clients without actually understanding who them clients are. So it's about doing a piece of work on who them clients are and targeting your marketing efforts towards them clients. Regular performance analysis. Again, this is very, very important. You have to look at the different marketing strategies you're using, look at how they perform, looking at how you tweak and change them to perform better, remove the ones that maybe are not working so well and add ones that are working better, and look at how you effectively put yourself in a position where you're maximizing your marketing spend or your marketing hours in the relevant areas and how you need to do it. So when you look at a good marketing strategy, it's all about being consistent, effective, having the most amount of engagement, targeting the right clients, and doing regular performance analysis. The amount of clients we have and what we see them doing is they put a marketing campaign out there and they leave it running for 6 months and they never look at it again. That is not the way to do a marketing campaign. Now, when I look at my internal marketing across multiple brands, we put our marketing out there. We look at the stats weekly, fortnightly, monthly. We tweak and adjust, and then we go again. We look at our budget. We dip our toe in the water. We look at actually how much budget do I want to put in this? Let's see how it's working. Let's optimize it to ensure that we're in a position where it's working as best as we can, and then we put more budget in. So it's not just about having massive budgets and throwing it all in and being in a position where, oh, I've got this money and I'm going to do some marketing and we're just going to throw money at it. It's more about dipping your toe in the water, getting it right, seeing what works, tweaking it to work better, and then putting money into it, because then you know you've created what is a beautiful marketing strategy. We like to look at it as various tabs. So when you look at your marketing strategy, you might have 10 different tabs. You might have search engine optimization. You might have Google PPC. You might have Facebook and Instagram ads. You might have TikTok ads. You might have LinkedIn ads. You might have various marketing strategies, email funnels. Each one of them is a tab. You want to see which one of them, if you're running them all, which one of them has the least cost per lead, which one of them is performing more than the others, and you want to tweak them all so they're all working well. But what that means is once they're all working well, you can turn the taps on as you need to. So if you need to be busier, you turn one of the taps on and you increase the amount of spend to drive in more leads. If you're too busy and you need to turn the tap down, you turn the tap down. But what you want to ensure is you've got various funnels within your business that are that perform highly, so that you're in a position that when it is quieter, you can turn it up. When it's busier, you can turn it down. And you can use that as you need to. And that's the most important thing about any type of marketing. So an example of consistent marketing and branding. So the example I've given you here is our own business, My Build Estimate. Top left, you'll see our website. Multi-award winning team of estimators. You see we do it in 24 hours is our shortest time that we can do something in. UK's leading estimators. You look at the brand colors, you look at the logo, perfect. Go down from there. Bottom left, that's my email signature. That has got, again, the logo, the same brand colors, the consistency in the typeface. It shows all our social media across there. And at the bottom, we've got our construction club link, which means that when someone gets an email from us, it's advertising a product of ours or a service of ours. It links heavily to our website because that branding and consistency is there. If you move across to the middle panel, what you see there is our Instagram. Again, branded consistently in line with our website and our email. You can see we like everything to be consistent on our Instagram page. The way the videos are laid out, the way the typeface is laid out, the way the colors within the panels are very similar. If you move over across to the top right, that's the Construction Club, which is a construction club that we run for construction business owners to join on Facebook. Again, brand consistency. You've got the colors, you've got the typeface, all the same, and that then links into our email and our website and our Instagram. Bottom right is an example document we send out to clients. Again, brand consistency, colors, what we do, our logo. So what we're trying to do is we're building a picture. We're building a picture to our clients that no matter how you contact us and no matter how you see us, we're consistent in our branding. And that's what we're looking to achieve across the board. And then you make the business look professional, and people want to work with professional businesses. That's really important to all businesses, is working with professional businesses where they can see what you're doing. They can keep an eye on the brand. People are generally quite nosy. They want to have a look at what you're doing. They want to stay in touch with your Instagram. They want to stay in touch and see your emails. They want to potentially join the club. They want to look at your website, and they want it all to look the same because people are drawn to that, and it's very, very important. Creating the perfect marketing strategy. The first thing that's really important is defining your target market. This is, again, going back to your ideal client. It's about having a target market that is fit for you. So if you're a builder or contractor, you might specialize in extensions. You might specialize in care homes. You might specialize in loft conversions. You might be a general contractor. Your target audience of projects might be £0 to £500,000. It might be £1 million to £3 million. It might be 5 to 10 million. Whatever it is, it's hugely, hugely important that you define your target market, because if your business is loft conversions, that's a specific market that you need to target. That is going to be a very different target audience than someone who's specializing in nursing homes or hospitals. They are not looking for the same type of client. So you have to define that target market, and that means going away and writing down what your target market is, who you're looking for, what that ideal client looks like, and their demographic. So who are they? Age group, gender, interests, and you go away and you define what that target market looks like. You then set clear and measurable goals. So in our businesses, we look at how many new leads we need to bring into the business every single month to drive a certain amount of sales. So when we look at the business and we do business planning, we look at, right, this year we might need £100,000 worth of new clients. That means we need £2,000 worth a week of new clients. We know we get X amount of visits to our website. On that, there's a 25% conversion from website clicks to inquiries. And then there might be a 25% click-through rate on website inquiries down to quotes sent out. So from 100 people, that might be 25, and the 25 might go down to 5. And then out of them people, you might convert 50% of people. So 5 might go down to 2. So you're doing 2 sales. Now, if your 2 sales are bringing in, £10,000 each, for instance, you're in a position where you know your numbers, so you can set clear and measurable goals based on the information you have about the new clients you need to bring into the business. Now, from there, you need to develop your value proposition. And when we talk about value proposition, it's all about your USPs. What are your unique selling points? What makes you different? How are you different to the next contractor, whether that be a general contractor? How are you different to the next loft company if you're a loft contractor? And you have to develop what is your USP or your value proposition, because that is your selling point, and that'll be your selling point consistently across the board. So that would be across all your marketing channels, your website, your emails, everything. Then you have to look at implementing a multi-channel approach. So when we talk about multi-channel approach, the multi-channel approach is all about the different channels you use. So it might be SEO, PPC, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So they're all various channels for marketing. And you have to look at implementing a different marketing strategy on each one of them to go back to your value proposition based on the goals that you set out with your defined target audience. And linking them four together is hugely important. So you look at your multi-channels, you develop your USP, you set the goals based on what you need to achieve to market to your target market. And then the fifth piece of creating that perfect strategy is continuously monitoring and adjusting. So I've discussed this already. You don't just think you can put it in place and it's going to be okay and it will just run successfully for the next 5 years, because it won't. You have to look at it, you have to monitor it, you have to adjust it, you have to optimize it. That is the most important thing about any marketing strategy. And any marketing strategy that you develop is always going to be adjusted, because it will always be changing. Your client base and the way you target them will always be changing. The way the algorithms work within these social media platforms is always changing. So you always have to develop these things and look at how you're going to change them and adapt them, stay ahead of the curve, and be different but consistent in your marketing approach. Different because you have to grab people's attention, but consistent with branding. That's key here. That doesn't mean that you can't use the same content multi-channel. So often we might produce a piece of content. We might have a 10-minute video that is available to our clients on YouTube. We might chunk that up into 2-minute videos for LinkedIn, and then we might chunk that up into 60-second videos for Instagram, and then we might chunk that up into 15-second videos for TikTok. But they're all formed from that original 10-minute piece of content. So the important thing here is not to think that you need to create masses and masses of content. It's about how you create a piece of content that you can then use in various different ways. Now, I might create a 10-minute piece of content which is discussing 5 bullet points. Them 5 bullet points I might turn into an infographic as well, and I might put them on my grid on Instagram, and I might send them out in an email. The important thing is about the content you produce, you use it in different ways because people will engage with it in different ways, and that's hugely important to look at, as well as how the content you produce will change, how you develop it, how you use it across multi-channel. How do you ensure that the strategy is right? You have to stay up to date with industry trends. You have to look at what things are changing. So not too long ago, Instagram changed its algorithm. Its videos went from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. We have to know that, because you get an additional now 30 seconds to put a story on, and you can get that much more content out of it. You can get that much more information out of it. So you have to stay up to date with the platforms that are working well and the industry trends. Not only in marketing industry trends, but your own industry trends. So whether in the property industry or you're in the building industry, you want to be able to talk about industry trends on the marketing platforms. If you're seen as a thought leader in the industry, people will gravitate towards your channels. If you know what's going on in the market and you talk about it on the various channels across the board, people will see you as a thought leader. They will start following you, they'll start looking at what you're doing, and you start beginning to get an audience that follow you and then start seeing all the other information you put out. So your information that you put out can't always be about sell. You can't always be about services. I'm selling my services. It can't be about that. It has to be about putting out information that's right for the client, giving them industry trends, helping them stay up to date with the industry, maybe legislation changes, followed by a bit of fun, followed by some sales, followed by a bit more industry trends and a bit of fun, and then some sales. It has to be different, and it has to engage the audience. Audiences do not engage just with sales. It doesn't work like that. You have to provide transparent pricing, and that has to be transparent across the board. If your pricing is transparent in your marketing message, then ultimately people see you as a trusted brand. It's all about demonstrating return on investment. You might see you spend £250 a month, £500 on pay-per-click on Google. You might spend the same or £500 on Facebook ads. But what you see across the board is, as long as you're monitoring it, if the PPC, so the Google ads, is giving you better return on investment than the Facebook, it doesn't necessarily mean you turn off the Facebook. What it does mean is that you have to be in a position where you spend more on the PPC. You keep the Facebook going because it's a different channel. Not everyone on Facebook may be a PPC client. So when I say that, a lot of people think, well, if I'm converting way more on PPC, I'm going to spend all my money on PPC. The reason why you need a multi-channel approach is because you're trying to demonstrate return on investment across the board. If one day PPC doesn't exist, if you haven't got some kind of approach or something on Facebook, then you're going to have to build that from scratch. So it's better to have a multi-channel approach, spend more money in the areas that are delivering a better return on investment, but actually be in a position where you can consistently look at all the platforms, because return on investment changes. Not only does return on investment change from the multi-marketing channel processes, as algorithms change, people and the way they interact with social also changes. So if you're not working with all of them, you might find that people gravitate to a different type of channel, and all of a sudden you have got a little bit of marketing on there, but you have to spend more on it. So it's all about looking at that return on investment. Seek and adapt based on feedback. Now, when we talk about feedback, whenever a new client calls our business, we ask them where they found us. On a lot of our forms online, we ask a client where they saw us. That provides the feedback to us that we need. And you have to seek that out. You have to ask people, where did you see me? How did you first get to see our brand? And don't be afraid to ask that question. You need to know where people are seeing you. And it's important because then you know what marketing mechanisms are working for you. You have to be able to measure success. If you don't look at your marketing and you don't measure the success of your marketing, it's never going to be successful. You have to look at what marketing is successful, what marketing isn't successful. If it's not successful, how do you make it better? If it is successful, how do you make it better, and how do you spend more? How do you drive more leads? What do you do? And these are the important steps to ensure that the strategy is right. People are learning these new skills and taking their businesses to new levels every single day. I go out and speak at various events up and down the country in front of business owners, whether they've been going for 2 decades, 3 decades, a year, new starters, talking to them about how to upskill, how to learn these new skills, how to market their businesses. And that's really important, learning new skills and taking your business to the next level. You never want to be left behind, and marketing is all about putting your business out there and making sure people are seeing your brand consistently. What I would say is it isn't the bit that we help you is creating an easy and simple process to follow. And it has to be step by step. And we create this. We help you create a step-by-step process in your marketing strategy, whatever that might be. So it's about creating all them funnels and making them work in the way you want them to work. What's my mission then? Obviously, I get asked quite a lot. You know, you're sat here doing up to an hour's webinar. You're not charging us for it. What is your mission? It's to ensure that you have an efficient marketing strategy. A lot of my clients, you know, across the board, we might have 5,000 clients. If they're struggling as a business to bring in leads, I want to help them. I want to help them bring in leads, because the more leads they bring in, the more projects we can help them price. So my mission is to help clients. It's to help you generate and convert more leads. It's pointless me as an estimating business pricing a project for you, and then you can't convert that into a sale so that you win that project. It's our job as an estimating company to be able to price a project efficiently for you and to help you convert that into a lead. And again, help you grow your business and increase your profitability. Ultimately, whatever it might be, whether you use our coaching services or you use my mentoring services, or whether you use our estimating services, it's about us helping you. The same applies for you when you're marketing your business. Your mission has to be to help your clients. And that's the message you need to deliver within your marketing. So yeah, it's my mission to help you build an efficient marketing strategy, to help you generate and convert more leads, and to help you build a business and increase your profitability. How do you become a winner in marketing? You have to build strong relationships. You have to focus on quality and innovation, and you have to be adaptable and forward thinking. Again, when we look at it, doing a good marketing strategy is great, but behind the strategies and behind the clients, it's people. You have to be able to build them strong relationships. You have to focus on quality and innovation within your own business, whether it's me looking at my brand or me looking at your brand with you to help you improve it. You have to focus on quality and you have to focus on innovation, because you have to be looking at how do we innovate, how do we get better. You have to be adaptable and forward thinking. In the market today, things are changing at such a rapid pace. You have to be able to pivot and change and look at how do I make things different? How do I think forward? How do I get the competitive advantage? That's how you become a winner in marketing. Even with your marketing strategies, you have to look at it and go, how do I ensure that my marketing strategies enable me to build strong relationships? How do I ensure that my marketing strategies help me become more innovative? And how do I become more forward thinking in my marketing strategies? The 5 things you need to do to succeed. You need the motivation to achieve more. You have to want more. You have to want to achieve more. You have to want more out of your business. You need detailed, simplified training from someone that knows what they're doing. You know, I've had over a decade of experience in marketing successful businesses. You need detailed, simplified training from someone like me. You need step-by-step support. It's about knowing that you've got someone there that can help you build these things out step by step. You need some accountability. Accountability is hugely important. It's being able to go back to someone and say, I've done this. What do you think? Can we do this a little bit differently? What's your thought? How do we make it better? So it's having that accountability piece to ensure that you do it. And then it's being consistent. The amount of people that start things, think that they're going to be brilliant, don't see the results they want to see in the first few weeks or the first few months, and they give up. Being successful in marketing and being successful in business is about being consistent. You have to go at it and you have to continue to go at it. And that's one of the most important things in business, in marketing, in sales, is being consistent and going at it day in, day out, time and time again. So people always ask us, how can you support me? When I talk about us being consistent across the board, you can reach us through every part of the journey on various platforms: WhatsApp, phone calls, Zoom, Teams, face-to-face meetings, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. No matter where it is, you can send us a message, you can contact us, you can arrange a meeting to come and see us in our office. We're here to offer you guidance and to offer you support in whatever it is you need support in. So 5 ways to become a construction business owner that can get more leads. Have a winner's mindset. You have to believe that you can achieve, and that comes from within. You have to believe that you can do it. If you don't have that belief, you're never going to be able to do it. So you have to have a winner's mindset. You have to develop a well thought out strategy. Strategy is everything, and that's something I can help you develop. You have to set up efficient business systems and marketing systems. They have to be efficient so that they work for the business. The systems and the processes are key to any successful business. You have to be able to implement effective processes within that business. Once you've developed a strategy and you've developed the systems, it's then giving people a process to follow. Any successful business is built on people, and people need processes to follow so that you can achieve them systems and them strategies that you set out to achieve. If you don't give people effective processes, ultimately you're setting them up to fail. So processes are key. And then it's about utilizing coaching services, mentoring services. Obviously, I mentioned that I offer coaching and mentoring services. You can utilize my services at any time to help you with sales, to help you with marketing, to help you with recruitment, to help you set up your systems and processes. Ultimately, we're here to help you grow your business, become more efficient, make more profit, and hopefully get the results that you're looking for, which is key, which is what everyone's looking for. So mastering your marketing strategy in a day. If you're eager to get your marketing strategy right, we can help you put the system in place. We have an incredible one-day event where we offer you a step-by-step guide to transforming your marketing strategy. This is available for various dates. Contact us after this webinar and we'll let you know what the dates are. For anyone signed up to the webinar, we will send you a list of dates anyway. If you're looking for help, come and speak to me, because I've got a lot of experience in marketing multiple businesses across the board, especially in property and construction, but not just in property and construction, in various different markets as well. So contact us today. If you have any questions, you need any further assistance, or you just want to have a chat, reach out to us. There's a QR code there. Scan the QR code, go to our contact page, connect with us. One of our dedicated members of our team will reach out to you to make an appointment. I'm happy to have a chat with you. Like I said, we're here to help. I'm here to help you grow, improve your business. I'm here to help you reach the goals that you want to achieve. So grab that QR code, go and follow us. Go and follow me, Palm Bangle. Again, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I put out a huge amount of content, which is really, really beneficial to everybody, to any business owner. Whether you're a startup or you've had a business for 3 decades, I've helped all sorts of people. There's a lot of free information available across my platforms. Go and connect with me. Go and follow my pages. I'd love to help you. I'd love to work with you. I hope you've got a lot of value. I know you will have got a lot of value out of this webinar. The webinar will be available on YouTube should you want to watch it back. We'll send everyone that has signed up to the webinar a copy of it. So if you've missed any of the really important information that I gave you throughout any of this time, you'll be able to catch up on it. In the future, we've got some great webinars coming up. We've got some great information going out. So make sure you sign up to our newsletter. We'll send you great information about our next few webinars. We tend to run a webinar every single month on a different topic. If there's a topic you want me to speak on, ask us. If it's in high demand, we'll put it together and we'll make sure we send you that information. Thank you very much to everyone for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you this afternoon. I know you'd have got great value. Scan the QR code, contact us today. Would love to help and love to catch up with you all very, very soon. So take care. Catch you all soon.